Sparring Club is coming. November 14th, London. Mark your diary. See you there, you f***ing tart.
Boxing King Media, delighted to be joined by Chris Eubank Jr. It's fight week, it's just started today. Chris, before we talk about anything, like the guy said to you earlier, congratulations on you're about to become a father. Congratulations on that.
Yes, joining the dad gang. Finally, after 36 years, we are transitioning to that next chapter in my life, and I'm very excited.
I'll tell you the bit I'd be most intrigued about, because you would strike me as someone who's very decisive and you make calculated decisions. What qualities did you look for in your partner for her to be the chosen woman to have children with?
I
not expecting that one, maybe.
No, well, it's it's something I've been vigilantly aware of and tried to control my whole life, is keeping my private life private. You see it today. You see all these public relationships on social media, and these high-profile relationships and marriages, and they all go to shit. They all get ruined. They all end in divorce and scandal, and it's just I saw this time and time again, even with my own parents. My mother and father, them getting divorced, that was public, and I had to deal with that, that embarrassing time in my life, and everybody knowing. And I always knew that if I was ever in a relationship, I would always want to keep it to myself. What people don't know and what people don't see, they can't target, they can't try and intrude on or interfere with. So I always kept my relationships private, and I will continue to do so. There's no benefit to having public relationships, in my opinion. That's just how I feel.
Just qualities, not her identity, but obviously some men look at the mother as somebody as an example to find a woman for themselves. What kind of qualities does she have that she is Mrs. Chris Eubank Jr.?
We're not gonna do that question.
Okay. Appreciate that. You said years ago, you put a tweet out, when Sebastian passed away, you said you was going to be the father figure for Raheem. So it's good to see that over the years I've seen that you've fulfilled that promise. A lot of people can say words like that, but you actually fulfilled it. People can see that. Is that something you take with great pride?
Absolutely. It was a huge mission of mine to make sure that boy Raheem knew that he was loved and that he had a father figure in his life. And I didn't know at the time, when I made that promise to myself and to my brother who passed away, the promise of making sure that his son is safe and looked after for the rest of his life. I didn't know how much happiness it would actually bring me. The love and the and the joy I get when I'm around that boy, it made me want to become a father, and now I am. And I look at Raheem as my son, so he is going to be the big brother to my two boys.
You also said in the recent face-off that you're haunted by regret, but you didn't delve into why you're haunted by regret. And obviously you've got, the reason you said that was because you said you're not going to leave any questions. You're going to look to stop Conor on Saturday. What is it that made you make that comment in regards to being haunted by regret?
Everybody has done things in their life that they regret, or they haven't done things in their life that they regret not doing. I am no different. I do have certain things in my life that cause me to feel regret. And it is the scariest, most haunting feeling I've ever experienced. Once I realized that, I lived my life in a way that would make sure that I never had those feelings again, meaning I give 100% to everything that I was passionate about, meaning that I never gave up, meaning that I never left any stone unturned. I never cut corners. I never cheated. I never lied, because I never want to feel that feeling again.
Further from that, something your dad said I picked up. He said you're not an emotional person. You don't get emotional. What made you like that? What makes you so cold?
Yeah. So 21 years of being surrounded by savages, barbarians, animals, people looking to use you, hurt you, abuse you. That is the reality of many of the environments you find yourself in the boxing world. That stripped me of my emotion. I learned that you can't be emotional in this world because people will take that emotion and they will use it against you. Once I knew that, once I saw that, because you see it happening to guys all the time. You see it happening to yourself. Once I understood that, yeah, I was cold, It's all business, Even when people screw me over now, it's like I don't get emotional. I expect it. I get angry at myself because it's like, of course they screwed you over in this spot. Of course they did that. Of course they used you here. Of course they took advantage of you here. That's what they're supposed to do. You should have known. You can't have emotions in this sport. That's why I don't have any friends in the industry. All my friends are outside of the boxing world.
Got to respect that. And narratives, there's narratives from your side, there's narratives from Conor's side. One of the big ones is that they're responding to your videos that you've put out and stuff about your time in the hospital. They're saying you're looking for sympathy. When they say that, what's your response to that narrative?
I don't need anybody's sympathy. I won the fight, and I shine a light on things that people try and keep in the dark. And I want to make sure that myself and all other fighters have the right amount of medical care after they perform, after they put their lives on the line. So if I didn't expose what happened to me, then they can keep doing it to me and to other people. And it's disgraceful. It's disgraceful having your ambulance blocked for 20, 25 minutes after a huge fight. And if it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody.
I spoke to Nigel a bit ago. He raised a question about your post-day weigh-in. He's saying that you only put on 8 pounds, and he's saying you could, if 10 pounds was an issue, why didn't you put on the full 10? So I'll let you answer that.
I didn't put on 8 pounds. I don't know where he's getting that information from, but that's a lie. I came in just under the limit on the day. I think the limit was 170 and I came in like 169.7 or 0.4. So yeah, I had to watch what I was eating, watch what I was drinking. Couldn't fully hydrate. And we made the weight, and I didn't get fined another $500,000.
Will you allow Eddie Hearn to speak on Thursday?
What do you think?
My guess is no.
It's a good guess.
Okay. I want to ask you about Napa's video. It's behind me somewhere. What did you rate his skills? He's back on the mic.
I haven't seen it yet.
You're not?
No.
Okay. Last thing I want to ask you about post-boxing, because I'm assuming you've got 12 months, 18 months left in the game. Are you concerned about potentially, we've seen it with Kell Brook recently, obviously we've seen it with Ricky Hatton as well, where fighters are struggling with boxing post-retirement. Any concerns with regards to you? Do you think you might have that issue? Are you preparing for that moment where you eventually hang up the gloves?
No, I'm not preparing for that moment. No, I'm not worried about what I'm going to do after I retire. Retirement has never been a thought in my mind. But what I do know is whenever that time does come, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be content. You know, I've had an amazing career, and I have so many other things that I'm involved in outside of boxing. That's where these fighters go wrong. They don't have any other skills. They don't have any other passions. You know, so once you take the boxing away, they don't know what to do. And they become depressed. I have other passions outside of the sport. I have other abilities, expertise, ways of making money. So I will always have things to keep my mind occupied, to keep my happiness going. You gave me 12 to 18 months, huh? Well, that's...
Do you see it longer than that?
I don't see why not. You know, I have that fire in me. It still burns bright. If you knew the things I had to go through to get to where I am right now, you'd understand what I mean. And that doesn't just disappear in 12 months' time.
Final message to your fans who are going to be cheering you on Saturday night.
Everyone always asks for final messages. I mean, the fight was, it was special. It really was. I didn't know how special it was until I kind of really looked at the fight and really felt the energy of the people the weeks and months afterwards. It was a special fight. And the incredible thing is, I think we have an opportunity to make this fight even more special. It can be even more exciting. It can be even more explosive. It can be even more captivating. So if you enjoyed the first one, make sure you tune in for the second.
Chris Eubank Jr., pleasure. Thank you very much, brother. All the best Saturday night.
Okay,
Top man. Thank you.
Sparring Club is coming. November 14th, London. Mark your diary. See you there, you f***ing tart.